So when we're going to challenge our balance, start off so you can put your hand on some stable object. For this, I'm going to use a chair. Foot in front of the other. When you do so, for a moment, there's only weight on one leg. So if you look here, when I put all my weight in one leg and lift the other, my hips stay level. And I can swing my foot forward and backward, forward and backward, forward and backward. By and by, I don't need the chair and I can swing the leg forward and backward. Now let me be very emphatic here. Don't try to do this without holding on to the chair. If I want to work on my balance, I need more power in my foot. How would I get more power in my foot? It's very simple. Let's take this hand, I'm going to put it on top of my head. Now I'm going to gently and isometrically press down on the top of my head, and you'll see my ribs pop up. Now let's say I'm doing this on my right leg, so when I do this, as soon as I press up, I've got more power in my right leg and I can lift the left heel without my hips moving. Now I keep pushing the head up. Now I can swing my leg. I can do whatever I want with the leg, see? If I'm really pushing up through my head, I can push this arm out and I can do whatever I want with the leg. Now you can use a chair, you can stand in a doorway and use the door jambs. Okay, so that was just swinging the leg. So that's with the hand on the near leg. Okay, so now, here we go. Now lift this one up. So this time, instead of putting my hand on my head, I'm going to put my hand in my midsection. I'm going to push my hand back and down. When I do so, watch my head drive up. And now here, I can swing this leg. Now notice my hips don't come off the level. Or I can lift my foot up and I just move it from the knee. I'll move it this way and that way and that way. Okay, if I've really got it, then I can. And then let's push the knee back, push it back, push it back. Now how can I keep balance? Let me put my hand on the back of my neck, push my head back into my hand, push back, push back, push back, and stand. You can do the same thing on the other side. I'm using a chair right now because it's the best setup in this room. You can do this in a doorway because then you can put your hand on either side of the door jambs. Do this in small increments. There's a very easy way to get more force, and it's so simple. It'll really quite shock you. So you're going to use this as your balance reference. Take one foot and lift it up. And now just tap it. Notice my hips not moving. I'm just tapping. I'm just tapping. I'm just tapping. No big deal. I'm just tapping. I'm just tapping. I'm just tapping. Now, if I walk away from that, you'll find the foot that tapped is pressing twice as hard and twice as fast as the other leg. So let's do this on the other foot. This time, tap, 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 tap. Okay, now this time, tap out, tap the foot out, tap the foot in, tap the foot, turn out, tap the foot in, and tap. Notice how still my hips are. Notice how still my body is. Now when I step out, I stimulated both feet. You see when I walk, there's a lot of bounce in my foot. Okay, so for a little more balance, turn your feet out a little bit. Now raise both heels and stand. Then press one heel down and the other heel down. Put your hands out now. In the door jamb, you can put your hands in the door jamb and let's go. Touch the back heel, touch the front heel. Touch the back heel, touch the front, touch the back, touch the front, touch the back, touch the front. Notice my knees are going sideways here. My hips are staying relatively level. That's because my feet and my ankles are doing the job. If when I do this, you're seeing this, that's a failure in the hip. The power in the body has to push down through the feet and up through the skull. When you push up through the skull, you want to make sure that right here, there is no crease. As soon as there's a crease in the occiput, the skeleton has started to collapse. So if you put your hands behind your head right about there, there's a little divot right there, occipital protuberance for those of the medical persuasion. Now just press that little protuberance upwards and you'll find your skull just drive up. If you put your other hand just below your navel and press back and down, you find there's force driving through your feet, force driving through both hands, force driving up through your skull and your neck. Now remove your hands, you find the body fantastically upright.